But happy Monday. Let's get today started. Special thank you to everyone who's joining today. Thank you to all my patrons who keep me alive here. Really. Means a lot to me with the support that I get from this channel. I'm going on Twitch right now. Link. Oh, let me put that here. On Twitch, link in bio. On Twitch, link in bio. Streaming. I'm actually have work today, but there's some news that dropped today that I would like to, my lips are dry, that I would like to talk about and see what you all think. What I like about what I'm about to do right now, what I like about it, it's not even like what people like about it. What I like about what I'm about to do is I just heard that the FDA approved the Pfizer vaccine. One of the vaccines. I just read a headline. So we're going to do our own research, right? That's what people do. And you're going to watch me do it while we see the news of people getting this vaccine. Let's see. I don't even know how this mic is supposed to work or look, but we'll see. You know what's funny? My computer still has autofill on, and I'm streaming it. But I'm gonna stop streaming it. Let's clear the data so no one can see what I'm autofilling. How do I delete autofill? Whatever. Auto. So what I'm just going to do is quick Google search FDA and see what pops up. Let me put that over here on my stream. Let's see the search history. No way. All right. I just Google search FDA, and the first one, it says US FDA approves first COVID-19 vaccine live updates. I have one for CNN, Yahoo, and the US FDA. Let's go to the US FDA website itself. See how long the article is, and let's take a little read, shall we? So FDA approves first COVID-19 vaccine approval, signifies key achievement for public health. Today, the FDA approved the first COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine has been known as the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. It will now be marketed, this is news, as COMIRNATY for the prevention of COVID-19 disease in individuals 16 years of age and older. Okay, what is this COMIRNATY thing? Like, why can't we just keep it Pfizer? Why are they doing that? Why are they rebranding in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of all this heated discussion? COMIRNATY. What does that even sound like? COMIRNATY. They even have the phonetics here. So whack. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Anyways, the vaccine also continues to be available under the Emergency Use Authorization, EUA, including for individuals 12 through 15 years of age and for the administration of a third dose in certain, immunocompromised individuals. Oh, that's big. That's big. Looks like they approved the third dose. I think there was a lot of talk about that, right? Continuing on. The FDA's approval of this vaccine is a milestone as we continue to battle the COVID-19 pandemic. While this and other vaccines have met the FDA's rigorous scientific standards for EUA, as the first FDA-approved COVID-19 vaccine, the public can be very confident that this vaccine meets the high standards for safety, effectiveness, manufacturing, quality the FDA requires of an approved product, said acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock, MD. While millions of people have already safely received COVID-19 vaccines, we recognize that for some, the FDA approval of a vaccine may now instill additional confidence to get vaccinated. Today's milestone puts us one step closer to altering the course of this pandemic in the US. Okay, so far, is this only Pfizer? Is that what I'm getting? That's what I'm getting here. Is it only Pfizer? I don't know. That's what it sounds like. Second, just speaking, I'm definitely pro-vax. My friends, I get called anti-vax for some of my opinions. Pro-vax, I am vaccinated. One thing that kind of stood out to me here is it says the FDA approval of a vaccine may now instill additional confidence to get vaccinated. I personally don't understand this. Like, why is this instilling confidence? A lot of people said, oh, it's not FDA approved, it's not FDA approved. Like, when did we put the FDA on such a pedestal? When? I don't understand. If this pandemic taught me anything, I trust these 3-letter organizations less, right? The CDC. That doesn't mean I'm not going to follow these mandates or I'm not going to follow hospital policy. But you remember how this first happened in the beginning, what the CDC was saying. CDC news changes all the time. FDA news changes all the time. And I don't know how much this approval is going to change people's minds. I hope it does. But from what I've seen on the internet, it seems like people already made up their mind. It feels like when people said, oh, that vaccine's not approved, I feel like that's just an excuse for them not to get vaccinated. It's not FDA approved. Like, really? Like, you trust the FDA that much? Everything you take is FDA approved? Like, really? Come on, let's be real. Hopefully it works. Moving on along. Since December 11, 2020, the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine has been available under EUA in individuals 16 years of age and older, and the authorization was expanded to include those 12 through 15 years of age in May 2021. Side note, I was a vaccine nurse for a travel assignment, so that was pretty cool. It's kind of boring because you're just giving vaccines or monitoring patients, but to be part of history like that was pretty cool. EUAs can be used by the FDA during public health emergencies to provide access to medical products that may be effective in preventing, diagnosing, or treating a disease, provided that the FDA determines that the known and potential benefits of a product when used to prevent, diagnose, or treat the disease outweighs the known and potential risks of the product. So EUAs can be used by the FDA. I don't know who needs to hear that, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, it's emergency use. EUAs can be used by the FDA. The FDA has to approve the EUA. Anyways, moving on. FDA-approved vaccines undergo the agency's standard process for reviewing the quality, safety, and effectiveness of medical products. For all vaccines, the FDA evaluates data and information, including the manufacturer's submission of Biologics License Application, or BLA. I don't know what that is. Oh, it goes on to say what a BLA is. Man, how convenient. I have all these questions in my head and then the article answers it. What a great article. A BLA is a comprehensive document that is submitted to the agency providing very specific requirements for, here, they're starting to use the new name, my friends. For COMIRNATY, what a whack name. For COMIRNATY, the BLA builds on the extensive data and information previously submitted that supported the EUA, such as preclinical and clinical data information, as well as details of the manufacturing process, vaccine testing results to ensure vaccine quality, and inspection of the sites where the vaccine is made. The agency conducts its own analyses of the information in the BLA to make sure the vaccine is safe and effective and meets the FDA standards for approval. So sounds like it's just saying, hey, we're doing all the right processes and the FDA approves it. That's what I'm getting from this. COMIRNATY, great name again. COMIRNATY reminds me of what's that Sherlock Holmes villain? The Sherlock Holmes villain name. What's his name? Someone, Sherlock Holmes, villain. Rhymes with COMIRNATY. I forgot. Oh well. We'll think of it. Oh, Moriarty. Moriarty. COMIRNATY sounds like the Sherlock Holmes villain, right? Science and Curves Instagram chat. I thought you were wearing a kimono when I logged in. I can wear a kimono if you'd like. Let me see. Still trying to get the angles right here, you know? It's so weird. Angles. Let's see. Moriarty. There it is. Yeah, it was Moriarty. All right, moving on. COMIRNATY contains mRNA, a kind of genetic material. The mRNA is used by the body to make a mimic of one of the proteins in the virus that caused COVID-19. The result of a person receiving the vaccine is that their immune system will ultimately react defensively to the virus that causes COVID-19. The mRNA in COMIRNATY is only present in the body for a short time and is not incorporated into, nor does it alter an individual's genetic material. This is straight from the FDA website itself, my friend. So if anyone would like to send this little clip, maybe I'll cut it up and send it to our anti-vax friends who cite the FDA, right? Oh shoot, what did I just press? COMIRNATY contains mRNA, a kind of genetic material. The mRNA is used by the body to make a mimic of one of the proteins in the virus that causes COVID-19. Yeah, I'm repeating it for our anti-vax friends. The result of a person receiving this vaccine is their immune system will ultimately react defensively to the virus that causes COVID-19. A lot of people on TikTok I see spreading misinformation. So maybe we should fight that with, I don't know, approved sources like FDA.gov versus where are they getting their information from? I have no clue. Let's see. The mRNA in COMIRNATY. I know I already mentioned the name, but like, why did we change the name? And then this article is trying to make COMIRNATY a thing. It's like, hey, we have this new name for this vaccine, right? But we have to make it a thing. How do we make it a thing? The only way we can make it a thing is if we say say the name over and over again. Hold on, I'm getting a text from my friend. COMIRNATY's, let me see. Oh shoot. That's my alarm for work. All right, we're gonna wrap up. Start streaming again. I don't know why it's choppy, but COMIRNATY is only present in the body for a short time and is not incorporated into, nor does it alter an individual's genetic material. COMIRNATY has the same formulation as the EUA vaccine and is administered as a series of 2 doses 3 weeks apart. We already know that. Our scientific and medical experts conducted an incredibly thorough and thoughtful evaluation of this vaccine. We evaluated scientific data and information included in hundreds of thousands of pages, conducted our own analyses of COMIRNATY's safety and effectiveness, and performed a detailed assessment of the manufacturing process, including inspections of the manufacturing facilities, said Peter Marks, MD, PhD, Director of FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research. We have not lost sight that the COVID-19 public health crisis continues in the US and the public is counting on safe and effective vaccines. The public and the medical community can be confident that although we approved this vaccine expeditiously, it was fully in keeping with our existing high standards for vaccines in the US. Interesting. Let's see. All right, I'm almost done with the article, so we'll just finish it out. It talks about approval for 16 years of age and older. First time was in December. To support the FDA's approval decision today, the FDA reviewed updated data from the clinical trial. So it's just saying, hey, the FDA approved it. Let's keep it going. And then the last paragraph, the FDA and CDC CDC and P have monitoring systems in place to ensure that any safety concerns continue to be identified and evaluated in a timely manner. In addition, the FDA is requiring the company to conduct post-marketing studies to further assess the risk of myocarditis and pericarditis following vaccination with COMIRNATY. These studies will include an evaluation of long-term outcomes among individuals to develop myocarditis following vaccination with COMIRNATY. In addition, although not FDA requirements, the company has committed to additional post-marketing safety studies, including conducting a pregnancy registry study to evaluate pregnancy and infant outcomes after the receipt of COMIRNATY during pregnancy. The FDA granted this application priority review, granted to BioNTech. So it looks like not Moderna, but Pfizer was approved, right? Or COMIRNATY. That's what we're calling it now. Yeah. Any thoughts on this, of this Pfizer vaccine? The FDA approval can no longer, FDA approval excuse can no longer be a thing, right? There's no excuse not to get it now, FDA wise. Oh, my lips. Let's see. There's one more thing I wanted to do, but I might not have time because I have to get ready for work. But what do you all think? Anyone here in the chat still of this FDA approval? Is there any info on Guillain-Barré? Says Tishi LA Tishila. I'm gonna butcher names in the Instagram chat. It doesn't say anything about Guillain-Barré that I know of. It might in the studies, but it doesn't mention it in their release, the FDA release of article today. All right. I wanted to do one more thing. I don't know if we have time for it. Let's take a look. I saw this article on LinkedIn that was super cool. Old school. Cool. You're going to get a third booster shot. Oh, see? Anthony Cow, Instagram chat says you're going to get a third booster shot. If it was offered to me, would I get it? I would absolutely get it. I have, actually, Moderna was, those Moderna side effects were rough, to be honest, for me. But yeah, I would personally get it. It didn't mention Moderna. It did not mention Moderna. It just mentioned Pfizer or COMIRNATY, but we'll see. So this was on Reddit. I ran into it on LinkedIn. It is a post by Nanki 19 days ago. Just retired after 42 years as an OB nurse at the same hospital. Here I am at the start, 1979. And at the end of my career. This is super cool. I was talking about the other day how I don't think I could stay at one hospital for that long. The most I've stayed at one hospital is maybe 2-3 years. And that was switching between units. But here you can see this OB nurse from 1979 and before picture and today or whenever she retired. And it looks like it's obviously UCLA Health. Like she blurred out it's UCLA Health. Like you can see the U logo. But I hear good things about UCLA. I heard they treat their employees well, and most of their employees are happy. Bastosa Swang, I thought you had work. I do have work at 3, but I wanted to share this cool article. View entire discussion. So let's read what she has to say, because she just posted it and then she had a little blurb. So let's take a read on it. I know I'm having trouble talking. Sorry. New to streaming. Okay, it says, wow, thank you so much for all the kind comments. I certainly did not expect such a response. I am grateful that nursing seems to be such an appreciated profession on Reddit. Yeah, but on Reddit, right? But on Twitter, we're hated. A few things I wanted to mention. I have actually been a nurse for 45 years. I am 67 years old now. I worked as a med-surg nurse for 3 years at Mount Sinai when I first graduated from Hunter College. I feel extremely fortunate to have had a career that I enjoyed and where I felt I have been helpful to others. There were many stressful moments, but it was overall very fulfilling. I am very proud that, of the fact that in all my years, I only had one patient register a complaint about me. And that was because I said, "Congratulations on your successful IVF." And she did not want her friend who was in the room to know it was an IVF pregnancy. The worst moments by far, and I can still remember, were when there was a fetal demise, especially when I was the one to discover it. That's sad. In some ways, things have changed a lot, and in other ways, not so much. Oh, this is insightful. The basic process of pregnancy and birth has not changed. The way we approach it has. One nice change was things became more relaxed in terms of letting the family be present and having labor and delivery in the same room and not a mad dash down the hall to a delivery room. Also, a greater emphasis on keeping the newborn with the parents to bond instead of whisking them away to a nursery, and breastfeeding encouraged more. Electronic medical records were a big change, mostly for the better, though annoying in their own right at times. The introduction of ultrasound machines had a big influence on practice. As another nurse answered, the fetal monitors really have not changed all that much, though they were fairly new technology when I started. Sadly, although helpful, they have not done as much as hoped to prevent bad outcomes. Medical legal reasons seem to be a big part of their use as well. Wow. It seems like this nurse has a lot of knowledge, and she hates electronic medical records as much as we do. For me, the worst change has been the extreme bureaucracy and emphasis on finances that has occurred. The hospital feels like it has gone from a place of altruism to a big business, right? So we're just going to make a couple guesses here, right? Not to call her or her organization out, but she's retiring anyways. She works for UCLA, a magnet hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in the nation. She's been there. She's seen a lot for it. She's been a nurse for 45 years. This is what sticks out to me the most. For me, I'm gonna repeat it. For me, the worst change has been the extreme bureaucracy and emphasis on finances that has occurred. The hospital feels like it has gone from a place of altruism to a place of big business. My mom is a nurse as well, and she says the same thing. She's seen nursing change from this thing where we used to help people, and now it's just all about money, 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 which is super sad. Let's see. I loved my Casio calculator watch. I thought it was very cool when I wore it. I don't know what happened to it. I can mainly attribute any youthfulness I have to my mother, who also looked young for her age most of her life. But I also want to point out that I naturally picked a flattering picture where the lighting obscured the deep lines between my eyebrows and other signs of age. I guess she was getting a lot of comments saying how young she was. I have other pics where I definitely look older. I was laughing because this was about the 20th picture of my very patient coworker, thanks Stacy, took of me, and I looked weird in all the others. Let's see. She talks about how she's married, she has a boy. But yeah, that's pretty insightful. I try sharing things like these that I think are interesting. But I hope that was interesting for you all. I'll be posting this video on the internet. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Instagram fam, for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to go jump in the shower. Oh man, I'm not going to make lunch. I'm hungry. Bastasa Swang, dude, I'm at work right now calling doctor for patient refills, and a Chad answered. What do you mean a Chad answered? I actually have to go. I have to shower. But send me a DM. I miss all of you. Appreciate all of you. Hope you all have a great day. Send me a DM if you want me to react to anything. All right, everyone. Stay essential. Good night.
It went in like butter, bro.